Hey guys, it's Rush, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video today, it is a combination of drills to practice hit confirms and some general neutral tips. The drill itself, or the drills I'll show you, they are essentially Street Fighter 5 drills. They will help you in 6 in terms of execution, but their application in 6 may be different because of the way frame data and frame traps work in 6. So bear that in mind, but I feel the information and the training drills are very good to build the awareness, build the muscle memory, and just build your reactions reacting to confirmations. The other part of the video, as I mentioned, sort of neutral tips. I'll go over some of the techniques I use to land one hit confirms, the way I buffer. This is something new that I'm adding to my gameplay at the moment, but the way I implement buffers and which buttons to use them and why you use them. So I'll give you some tips on that as well, but that's in a nutshell the video itself. I'll try and keep it as short as possible, but I'll run through the concepts as we progress through the video. Okay guys, so I'm in training mode, Street Fighter 5, and I've set guard to random and counter to random. What this will do is, this will cause the dummy to sometimes block. You can see there, they block some hits they don't block, and on some occasions where I get the hit, I'll get a counter hit. See there, counter hit again. You can see there, no counter hit. Counter hit's important as you progress, but the counter hit notification, it gives you more awareness of the hit landing. If you don't know what counter it means on the hit you scored, you get 2 additional frames of frame advantage, meaning you can get different combos, but don't focus on the different combos. I'm just going to add that in there, just for that extra layer of awareness for a hit. It's good to have that on because as you progress through the game, you will become aware of counter hits leading to different combo routes. But that's more advanced. It's a different concept entirely. It's a more advanced concept. So don't worry about the counter hits themselves, but it does help with the exercise. So the first exercise is the chin buster. It's a jab into chin buster exercise, and it's a real good way to get used to single hit confirms and just normal hit confirms. When I say normal, I mean like 2 hits into confirming. The concept behind hit confirms generally is, well, it is to cancel the combination of attacks or the single attack into a move to score a knockdown. That's what a hit confirm to me means. It means you visually recognize the hit or hits, and from that situation you then go into a special move that scores you a knockdown. Why is that important? It's because the knockdown gives you a mix-up. You can go for a meaty, you can go for a throw, you can bait DP, you can apply a frame trap, again Street Fighter 5 specific, but that's why you want Oki, because you want that pressure. So the first exercise is just jab into back medium punch, and what you do is you just rinse this 2 button situation, this string, over and over again. And you can see there I'm scoring 2 hits. It combos on counter hit or no counter hit. Just going to turn stun off for this exercise. Let's go back to the other side, get them out of the corner. And what you want to do is, on hit, the jab hitting into back medium punch, or whether it's counter hit or not, forget about whether it's counter hit or not, just be aware of the notification. The jab hits, you want to go from the back medium punch to heavy punch, like that. Now I've done heavy kick tatsu, that's out of habit, but you don't really, at the very beginning of this training drill, you don't really want to do heavy kick tatsu. That's the next layer, but you just want to get used to doing that, cancelling the back medium punch into heavy punch as a reaction to the combination hitting. This is an old drill that I've showed many times before in the past. And just focus on that first. That jab hits, go into the heavy punch. It looks easy, but I guarantee you, if you go into the lab and try this, you will screw it up. Once you've got that down, you then want to cancel the heavy punch off the target combo into heavy kitatsu. Forget about the back medium punch hitting for now. That's a later drill. There we go. Count it, no count it, doesn't matter. Just do jab into back medium punch. If the jab hits, once the back medium punch hits, you already know it's going to combo because it naturally combos. That gives you time to react, thinking back medium punch, and heavy kitatsu. And just do this over and over again. Keep doing it. You can just hit restart battle if you want to speed things up. There we go. There we go. That's literally the drill. So that's stage 1 of this drill. Once you feel comfortable with that, the next part of this drill is then to recognize the back medium punch hitting by itself. So if the jab hits and back medium punch hits, you still do the same sequence. But if the jab is blocked, but then the back medium punch hits like that, you want to react to the back medium punch hitting raw. So what you'll do there is you go into heavy punch still. Now this is more difficult, but this is very important because it builds that single hit confirm awareness. You're looking for the 2 hits to land. If the jab is blocked, you then focus on the medium punch hitting. And it looks ridiculous at first, but because there's more hits done on the back medium punch, on medium in general, it gives you time to react. And you must learn, this is what the important thing is. I think I've explained this before. You must learn how late you can press the heavy punch for it to still combo. So if I do it immediately, how fast it comes out. Very quick. But if I delay it, very slight. See how it's the heavy punch is coming out later, but it still combos. Do it too late, the heavy punch won't come out, or you get heavy punch raw like that because it hasn't continued, it hasn't linked from the back medium punch. But you want to, so it's 2 things you're doing now with this stage. You're doing jab, back medium punch, confirm into heavy punch tatsu. If the back medium punch hits raw, you want to react and press heavy punch as late as possible, but soon enough for it to combo. Oops, like that. And you can just do back medium punch. You can just do that. You don't have to do the jab. I think I've got random off, haven't I? Yeah, so that's going to hit every time. I was reacting to that, but so big fries on. Can do that as well, but I think it's important to do the jab back medium punch because it's 2 scenarios, it's 2 combo route. Well, it's not 2 combo route, it's 1 combo route, but it's 2 scenarios leading to the same combo route. And this, I'm telling you, this looks super basic, but to implement the jab back medium punch confirm and then jab on block back medium punch confirm is really big, and that's the starting point for, in my opinion, single hit confirms. Ken's a good character to learn hit confirms, particularly single hit confirms. That's a really powerful exercise. So that's exercise 1. That's where everyone should start. If you're not comfortable with confirms and raw single hit confirms, that's the starting point. I'm going to roll on to stage 2 now, which is a little bit more complicated. Okay, so stage 2, I say stage 2. Stage 1 was, that was the example I gave before, but there was 2 parts to stage 1. So stage 2, this is much more difficult, and this is more of an advanced bit of practice, but this is the drill that I use before I go into ranked, before I stream, if I have time, and that is to do 2 lights. So you must be able to confirm 2 lights first. That's the first point. So you must be able to confirm jab into DP, or in this example we're going to use crouch light kick into jab. You must be able to confirm 2 lights. Now this takes practice in itself. You must sit and practice light confirms over and over and over again to master that. So you need to have that already. But what we do is, for this exercise, is we do crouch light kick because it hits people low. If they're walking back, that'll connect. You do the jab. If the crouch light kick into jab, it can be stand jab, it can be crouch jab, hits. You then confirm into light tatsu, EX tatsu, heavy DP to CA. That's what you do. But the jab, stand or crouch, leaves you +2. So if the lights are blocked, you then go from the +2 to crouch and medium kick. And this is where the next layer, if you hit crouch and medium kick raw, because obviously this previous string has been blocked, you then confirm that into whatever. That's the exercise. And I do this came from a friend of mine, and they did it when they were trying to get to Grandmaster. I never bothered doing it. I recently added this probably about 2 months ago to my game, and it's been 2 things. It's really pushed my awareness, my execution, my confirms to the next level, but it also is so powerful in matches. There is a 4-frame gap between the jab and the crouch and medium kick, so 3-frame buttons will beat it if people mash. But generally, you don't see that happen too often, and they'll often get clipped by the crouch and medium kick. So you need to know what the player's doing. You need to think about whether it's worth the risk, because that 1 frame of gap where the 3-frame will hit can be an element of risk if they clip you into full V trigger combo CA death. Do you know what I mean? So you have to weigh up risk reward. It's a powerful exercise. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here. So let's try this drill now, and I'll show you what it looks like when you do it successfully. That was literally my first go doing that, and for me to do that during a recording it's very tense when you're doing a recording like this for YouTube. So that's the exercise. You can see there that the jabs were confirmed, the lights were confirmed. Where the light string ended, I continued my string with the frame trap into crouch medium kick and confirmed that raw into various specials. Like I said, this is more an advanced technique, but you must have your light confirms down, you must have your raw crouch and medium kick confirms down, and you combine the two in this very fast-paced scenario. It's a very quick-paced scenario. It's a very fast string, the lights into crouch medium kick, but you must react to both scenarios. I'm telling you now, this is not something you can just do a few times and master it. You must do this on a regular basis to have this down. I notice when I don't practice this drill for a number of days, I'm very bad at this in a stream, and I can't remember where it was. There was a set that I played or something recently, and I kept dropping I think it was a stream. I kept dropping my light confirms, and that's because I hadn't invested time and focus into this drill for some days before the stream. This is a really powerful drill, so I wanted to share this with you because I feel it's very good for building that execution, that muscle memory, that awareness. Like I said, it's different in 6. You can't really use this technique in 6, but it's a very, very powerful exercise that will improve your execution awareness regardless. Okay guys, so the last part of this video, I'm going to talk about neutral and how I understand and approach neutral. Whilst my neutral is pretty good, how to articulate this, I'm good at confirming and whiff punishing, but what I'm very bad at is visualizing their move they're using, my opponent, and spacing myself perfectly to counter them as a wish punish against the move I anticipate. What I will do is I'll space myself and I will try to react to their whiff, which that's like a reactory whiff punish, but it's not very practical because again you're playing this very reactive game across the board, and it's very taxing on the mind. It's very it takes a lot of focus to do that, and that will open you up to things like dashes, potentially jumps as well. So you want to add an element of wish punishing into your game where you press a button proactively, but you space yourself at a spacing where their button will whiff. And it's very important. I've not mastered this, and it's something that I'm sort of conscious of, focus on a little bit more recently. But I'm going to get Chun now to throw out, I think it's stand heavy punch, which is a very difficult button to deal with. And you can see I've got to stand at this range for this to whiff. Now, in neutral, with a character like Ken or Karen, you can even argue Cammy as well, characters like that who want to hit confirm to get a knockdown, you have options, right? You throw out a button, you can see there like medium kick, you confirm raw. So the focus is, in my opinion, you want to focus on their movement quite heavily, but you also want to focus on hit confirming these things, because if you overly rely on buffers, if you overly rely on their movement, you can get fooled into confirming or buffering. I've got to be careful with my terminology here. You can get fooled into confirming via their actions into whiff punish. People call it confirming. When they whiff a button, that's a whiff punish. It is a confirm to a degree, but you've used a visual aid on screen to get that knockdown. It's different to raw hit confirms, does that make sense? So what I'm trying to say is, where they're whiffing buttons, yes, you want to use their movement as a guide as to whether they're in a vulnerable state. if they dash and your button hits, they're in a vulnerable state and you saw them dashing to you. If they whiff a button and you pressed your button at the right timing, you can use their whiff as, you know, knowledge that, okay, they are going to get hit. That's a whiff punish. So I'll show you an example of that. Let's get Chun to whiff. There we go. So I saw on screen, and I can see the timing because it's training mode. It's different in training mode. But I can see that button clearly whiffs right in front of me. So I will just do heavy kick tattoo. I know it's gonna hit. So that's not really me hit confirming. That's me whiff punishing. I can see she's whiffed that. I'm gonna cancel my move into special. Now, something else I'm gonna show you, which ties into this, is how do you input that then? So how do I input this on you know, in playing my character? So what I do is, and this is important, this is probably the most important bit that I'm trying to explain here, is you press your button, but you buffer just the special move input. So that there, medium punch into EX tattoo, I'm buffering this. Look at the input. Behind every button press, I'm buffering a special. And this is common knowledge. This is what people do at high level. They buffer the special input. What this does is, special doesn't come out on hit. But what I need to do now is just press my button to execute the move, which is, I use 3 kicks for EX moves. If that were DP, with buffering DP, I just press heavy punch and my DP comes out. So that's how you're inputting your single hit confirms when you're throwing out your buttons in neutral. But if they whiff, you just tap the button to execute the special move. Does that make sense? So that's how you go about, in my opinion, whiff punishing, but really priming those whiff punishes into special to score the knockdowns. So there's that as a concept and like ideologies around it. That's how I approach that situation. Okay, so with that theory, I'm going to add in now hit confirms. So I'm going to do a crouch and medium kick. I'm going to buffer my tattoo, quarter circle back. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and confirm the crouch and medium kick raw into tattoo. I'll do EX tattoo. But I'll also use the technique I showed you to also recognize the whiff punish. Do you know what I mean? To combine the two together. So this is difficult because, again, like I said, you don't want to rely solely on the visual aid of them whiffing, because if they're not moving and your crouch and medium kick hits, you want to convert that right. And also, if they recover from their whiff move, but you see their move whiff, you might in your mind say, oh, they've whiffed, I'll just do EX tattoo. You just do it because you saw something. But what if you react late? You're going to get punished because the EX tattoo is going to get, you know, it's going to whiff on block, it's going to go in the air and you're going to get a full punish. So let's combine that now. I've set Chun to do crouch heavy punch. She's a bit of a weird character because her moves are very difficult to whiff punish with Ken. So let me try and raw confirm this, yeah? There we go. So I saw the hits, there was no whiff there, but I'm still buffering the tattoo. I'll show you again. I'm still buffering the quarter circle back regardless. And if she whiffs, let's get it to whiff. Tricky that move, it moves forward so much. Oop, priority. Priority. There we go. There, I'm still buffering the quarter circle back, but I saw that she whiffed at a range where I could connect with crouch and medium kick. Let's combine the two now. See if I can do both. Whiffed it, I spaced it for it to whiff. I misconfirmed. There we go. Look at the delay on that. That was a confirm, just raw. There was no movement, she didn't dash. Raw confirm. Buffered the inputs, but I didn't confirm. Too early. Too early. This isn't a great example because that move is difficult to deal with as a whiff punish and raw confirm, but you get the idea. So you want to focus, in my opinion, on the confirm, but you must be aware of them whiffing to prime those reactions or to prime the confirmation into special activation. You've already buffered the special, you just need to press the button to activate the special move once you've recognized a hit or a whiff. But lean more on hit confirming, but use the visual aids of the whiff just to give you some extra leverage. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry it's been so long, but hopefully that's informative and useful to you guys. Any questions, any queries with this, give me a shout, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.